Warrior. Game day, Super Bowl Sunday, where everybody loses their minds across America and they're settling in. I'm in New York City where it's, I don't know, I woke up to 2 degrees, frozen tundra. Stay cozy, stay warm where you are. Usually a family day, right? A lot of families get together, a lot of friends get together, you have a lot of great food, and you watch the game. And even if you're not interested in the game, as I admit, I've never really been overly interested in football, but I always tuned in for the halftime show, right? This year, I'll leave it for another program. I won't be tuning in. Here's what I want to say. A very important study came out just last week from our colleagues at Common Sense Media. We, as a coalition group, want to work with the NFL to empower our kids. But what are we really doing? Listen to what this new study brought forth, because it's actually quite shocking. What it brought forth with is that 1 in 3 boys ages 11 to 17 have gambled online in the past year, and 49% of 17-year-olds currently gamble. So, gambling advertisement is pervasive where boys are spending a lot of their time. 61% report seeing gambling ads on YouTube, 60% overall on social media, and 57% during actual sports broadcasts. And I alone today had some news on cable news early this morning, and I was seeing ads for sports, even something for the Olympics I saw this morning, and they were advertising these gambling sites. So if we have all of the usual suspects, major players, you know who they are: NBC, CBS, ESPN, ABC, Fox, everybody in this same boat advertising. This is what the kids are seeing. So this is Super Bowl Sunday. So it is what it's going to be, but we as parents and grandparents and concerned citizens now have to worry about, on top of everything, our boys and gambling. So let me talk about this also as well, because in 2021, and I remember when this happened, and I did speak about it, but it kind of fell on deaf ears, the National Football League, a lot of things changed then. Remember, we got Jay-Z got involved, and he was going to produce the halftime show. Now, I knew when I heard that back then, this was going to be trouble, because Jay-Z, Beyonce, what can I say? I'll leave it at that for another program. I think you know what I mean when I say I'll leave it at that for another program, okay? We're going to produce the halftime show. I knew exactly who they were most likely going to bring in, okay? And it wasn't going to be, the Rolling Stones or somebody like that. So we'll leave it at that, and time has proven. Look who's performing today. But back also in 2021, the National Football League announced a partnership. Now listen to this one, with Caesars, DraftKings, and FanDuel, including integration with league media properties. So boys are spending a lot of time. It's very, basic, on these sports sites, and they're being deluged. Again, this goes into our talk at the Warriors about dangerous algorithms, kids being fed content they wouldn't ordinarily even be looking for. But big tech knows that the eyeballs are there, the kids are there, they feed them the content. We know all of this because we have the whistleblowers who have come forward. We have the stats and the studies now. And today, this is February 8th, 2026, it is the 30th anniversary 1996 of that pesky Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, which at the time, when we had 2 platforms, basically said, okay, big tech, you are a billboard, you are a newsstand, you can't be held responsible for third-party content when people write, and I agree with that. But fast forward 30 years, interestingly enough, most pieces of legislation have to go to a revote, get amended, something during the course of their history. Section 230, nothing ever happened in 30 years. Now, we've seen all this evil, predation. We've all moved online in the last 30 years. So why isn't this Section 230 amended? The good news about all of this is that there is a piece of legislation called Sunset Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act. But now we have the integration, let's get back to game day, of our kids, what they're seeing. So, listen, we know kids, the brains aren't developed, impulse selections of things, even kids who never would do something harmful, when they're in a group or they're egged on, they do it kind of thing. And Again, let's talk about the well-documented youth mental health crisis in the United States. So now we're causing more addictions. We know gambling is an addiction, and we're starting the kids younger and younger. This has to end. 2026 has to be the year of change, and we are asking the NFL. We will be rallying alongside of Common Sense Media to talk about this, to raise awareness about this, because other than Common Sense, I'm not really seeing anybody else talking about this kind of thing. And Common Sense Media has a terrific track record over 20 years of researching and of developing partnerships. So NFL, let's go now. We don't need to constant, it's even subliminal. If you're at a stadium and you're seeing gambling billboards in the background or flashing on the digital signs now. And also, we have that other problem of they're minors. So who's, fishing and getting their information? What are they doing with that information? So the NFL, we can all agree, whether you like them or not, you like football or not, they're a powerful institution in the country. And it has, now this is a shocking thing, which again, I saw change in 2021, bringing on Jay-Z, a musical director and all that. It was always billed as an American event, a family event, an American institution, right? Family friendly. But if boys are now being funneled into the betting pipeline as young as 10 or 11, you are not bystanders, NFL, of the problem. You are creating the problem. You are creating the environment. And the American public deserves to know why you're doing this and what are the decisions around this? What safeguards exist? And what measures of accountability are you going to be put in place? Because this is the same track record of profit over people. These are our precious kids, our future American adults, our future American leaders. We demand answers. Stay tuned to the Warriors for more on this. We're going to go heavy into this, and we're going to ask you, subscribe to our channel. Got to get the eyeballs on this, right? Because nobody else is talking about it except Common Sense Media and the Warriors. And also, as you watch, if you're watching the game today and you have a child, a teen, a young person, open up the conversation about it. Because it's there. It's not like we're going to get billboards and advertising and all this streaming ads that come forth on the devices. It starts with conversation. Let the truth, let the information come from you and flow from you. Follow the Warriors, always, lynswarriors.org. Follow this channel. Please subscribe. That is free. Doesn't cost you anything. Helps us move up with information like this you're hearing nowhere else. Game day. No matter what your take on all is, enjoy it. But understand right now, NFL, National Football League, complicit in a lot of stuff you and me don't like and is not family friendly.